Hi everyone, this is Sam from Cloud Tech World. Today we are going to look at VPC peering. VPC peering is a network connection between two VPCs that enables you to route traffic between using private IP4 address. So here we are going to look at a VPC peering in this diagram. So here you can see that we are trying to achieve VPC peering across two different AWS account across two different regions. So one of the account is set up on North Virginia. Another account we are going to use Ohio regions. So how we are going to achieve this overall architecture is the user is going to connect to a Windows EC2 instance which is available on the public subnet, and from that Windows instance we can call it as a jump box. Windows EC2 instance we will be calling as a jump box. From the jump box we will be connecting to a Linux EC2 instance which is available on the private subnet. So this Windows EC2 instance and the Linux EC2 instance which is available on the account 1. From this account 1 we are going to connect to account 2 via VPC peering. This VPC peering only going to help us to talk between two different EC2 instance which is available on two different AWS account on two different regions. It could be same region also, but for this demo purpose we are going to use two different AWS accounts. Let's jump on to create this setup. So let's create a VPC. First we'll be setting up on the development account, just an example for given. So this is a side range I am going to use for this VPC. For VPC theory, one important thing is when you're trying to pair that from and to account, they should not have a overlapping IP address. Here you can see that both are having different side range accounts. Next I'm creating a dev account VPC. So in the dev account VPC, I am going to create two subnets. One is for this Windows EC2 instance, another is for Linux instance. Windows instance we are going to use as a jump box. So choose dev account VPC. For this side range I am giving. The side range I am giving here. Click on create a subnet. Next one, click create one more subnet. So this is the next available range. So I'm giving that IP address. Now we created two subnets. Next thing is we need to create two different route tables because they should be routing on two different addresses. They should be talking to two different purposes. For example, the route table one will be talking to internet via internet to connect to the user. The route table 2 will be connecting to via VPC peering. So we need to have two different route tables in order to talk to two different set of peoples. Click on route table. Now click on create a route table. Actually, after create a route table for the this we are assuming as a public. So make sure you associate a public subnet for this. Click on edit subnet association and assign the public subnet here. So now next one is we are going to create a private route table. Choose the VPC, click on create route table. Now associate the private subnet here. Remember that one subnet can be associated to only one route table, so that whatever you are trying to route, so it will go to the correct address. Next, click on create internet gateway. Internet gateway, we are going to use it for to connect to our Windows jump box. Make sure you associate your internet gateway with VPC. Now we have set up our on the dev side. Similarly, we need to create VPC and subnet on the another AWS account. I am using AWS account. You can use a different region also. Instead of, if you don't have a different account, you can use a different region. So here I'm using a different AWS account, and the region also different. Again, I'm going to create a VPC on the test side. Just I'm naming this account as a test account. So I'm giving a different CIDR range. It should not overlap with your another AWS account. Otherwise, you won't be able to peer. Next one, go to create subnet. So here we are going to have only private subnet. Next, we are going to create a route table. Choose the VPC, click create route table. After route table is created, make sure you associate your subnet. Click on save association. So now we are going to launch EC2 instance on the development account. So go to EC2 dashboard. First, we will be creating a Windows EC2 instance. You can choose Windows AMI, click free tier option. I will be running this quickly. Since our main purpose is to create VPC peering. So in this for Windows instance, it should be on the public subnet. So make sure you are creating a VPC which we created, and choose public subnet and choose enable public IP, because Windows instance is connected through from a user, so it needs internet connection. Now click next, add storage. We don't need to change anything here. Tags also we don't need it. The security group, you can either give this internet routable address, or you can give private IP also. Make sure you choose RDP and port should be 339. Click on review and launch. Now click launch. If you don't have a keeper, click create a new pair and save it. Click on launch instance. I am going to name this Windows jump box. Next, we are going to launch a Linux EC2 instance on the same region in a private subnet. Choose the VPC. Now here we are going to choose private subnet, and here public IP should be disabled for this. So leave as it is. Click on next, add storage. Click next on add text. Click on security group. So here For this Windows instance, for this Linux instance, we are going to connect from our uh, Windows instances. Make sure we are choosing the correct IP for that. We no need to allow it to internet now. Go to East instance, Windows East instance. See what is the IP for that. Choose the private IP of a Windows instance. Yes, source we can give us our Windows East instance. And this is SSH, we are going to connect it from this our Windows instance. Now click review and launch. Here click launch. You can create a new key pair, or you can use the same key pair. Now wait for the status to be changed for this. Meanwhile, we'll go to the test account. So this is the test account. Go to EC2 console. Here we are going to create an instance, Linux instance. Choose Amazon Linux to AMI. Choose the correct VPC, custom VPC we have created, and subnet is a private subnet only. No need to assign public IP since this is a private EC2 instance. You can leave as it is. Click on next. Click on access security group. We'll change the security group for this later. Click on review and launch. Click launch. I'm going to create a new key pair for this. Click on launch instance. Click on view instance. So this is test EC2 instance. Similarly, we can name this as dev EC2 instance. Okay, now Windows instance is ready. Let's see whether we are able to connect to it. Why not to connect to Windows EC2 instance? Make sure connected to internet. We are routing setup done for this. Click on subnet. Now click on route table. Click on routes. Now click on edit routes. Click on add route. Choose the route of internet address. Then choose internet gateway. This we already created, but we are not associated with them. Now click on save changes. Now again go back to East instance. Choose RDP client. We no need to download every time. You can use the existing one. Now click on connect. So in order to get password and click on browse. We need to choose the appropriate key for whichever for this account. Click on decrypt password. Here you can see the password. Paste it here. Now you should be able to connect to Windows EC2 instance. So since the first time, it's taking some time to set up our account. Okay, open an internet browser. Now we need to download a terminal like PuTTY or Xmobata to connect to our Linux instance. Okay, now to avoid this internet errors, so what we can do is go to our server manager app. Otherwise, we'll be keep on getting this internet warning. Here, choose IA enhanced security configuration. For administrator, we are going to keep it off to avoid the errors which we are or warnings which we are facing for the Internet Explorer. Go to google.com, type Xmobata, MobaXterm. You can download this free version. We can choose portable edition so that we no need to install it. You can choose view downloads. It's running some security scan download version. It's available now. Extract this zip file. Now open MobaXterm. So now we need Linux instance key to connect to it. So copy your Linux instance key somewhere which is accessible from the jump box, and we need a Linux instance IP for the dev account. Choose the private IP. Click on session. Click on SSH. Paste the private IP. Use the private key. It's available on downloads. Go to downloads, MobaXterm. Choose the PEM key. Open it. So now we are able to connect to our Linux instance from Windows jump box. We are going to create the VPC peering from our dev account. Go to VPC service. Now go to peering connections. Click on create peering. Now, so we need to give our name for this dev account. So from a development account, we are going to connect it. So VPC, we need to choose which VPC we are going to make use of it. So it will ask for it is on the same account or another account. We are using another account. So choose another account. If it is on the same account, you can choose leave it as my account. I am going to use the another account. Now we need ID for this our AWS account, which is available under our account ID. So whether it is same region or different region. So if you want to check, go back to your another account, see which region you are trying to connect. Now we are trying to connect from Ohio to connect to Ohio, and we need to give the VPC ID for this. Go back to your VPC and give the correct VPC ID. So this is my test account VPC. I am giving it. I'm going to click create VPC. Click create peering connection. So now what we need to do is we need to accept this connection from the test account. Come to our VPC section. Come to peering connection. Here you can see that it is listed now. Click on accept request. It is now trying to establish a peering connection. So it has a peering connection established now. So after establishing peering connection, what we need to do is set up a route now. So now what we have done so far is we have created a Windows instance, a jump box, and we are connected to Linux instance. Now we created a peering also. Now what we need to do is we need to update the route tables and security group on the test account in order for the connection to be established. So let's go by one. Now again what you need to do is if you want to do routing, make sure go to subnet, click on route table, choose the routes. So now we need to give the VPC side range of the other account. If you don't know, you can come to the VPC section. Here you can see the pairing section itself. You should be able to find it. So this is the one which is on the test side. Here you can see the test account acceptor. Here it is, and here give pairing connection. Update this. So what we did from the source, we have updated pairing connection. Similarly, on the destination, we need to update the pairing connection in the route table. Come to instance, click on subnet ID. Click on route table. Click on routes. Now edit routes. So here we are going to add the other VPC CIDR range, which is dev, nothing but a dev account. Now choose the pairing connection. Click on save changes. Next one is we need to update the security group. come to East instance, click on security, click on security group, click on edit inbound rules, add role. So we are trying to simply already 22 port is available. Now here it is given like we have by default it is given like internet. So we are going to give our custom IP, nothing but our custom CIDR range from the peering connection. Click on save rules. After you connect to our East instance, in order to see whether the peering is working or not, there are two methods to test this. First method is ping method. We can ping to that instance ID to see whether it is working or not. So for this, we need to allow in the security group. So go to security, click on the security group. So in the security group, allow a rule like this. So the type should be, let me show this again. Click on add role, click on all, just type ICMP, you will get all ICMP IPv4 and the IP should be our dev account IP, dev VPC range IP. Click on save rules. So this should be enough, we don't need to change anything. So now if you go back and click ping, I'm copying my test instance private IP, paste it and click on enter. So here you can see that we are able to connect now. We are able to ping to that instance. To quit from this, use key control C to quit from this ping. So this is one method. The another method is telnet. For this we need to create a NAT gateway and attach it to the instance. This should be enough to see whether we are able to reach the other instance or not. The another method requires a NAT gateway. For that we need to create a NAT gateway. Let's see the other method as well. Why we need a NAT gateway is suppose if you want to download anything from the internet using our M package manager or something, we need this NAT gateway so that it will be routable to the internet. With the help of NAT gateway, only from our instance we are able to reach the internet, not vice versa. So let's create a NAT gateway. Click on create a NAT gateway. And this NAT gateway has to be in the public subnet. So even though our instance on the private subnet, this NAT gateway has to be available on the public subnet because it requires an elastic IP address. So make sure you are creating the NAT gateway in the public subnet. And click on create a NAT gateway. So this is the one we have created. It's taking, it will take some time for the state to be available. Wait for some time until this is available. So once NAT gateway is available, we need to make sure that our private instance route table needs to be updated. For that, go to private instance, click on the private subnet. Choose the private subnet. Now click on the route table. Go to routes. Click on edit routes. Click on add a route. Now add the NAT gateway. Now click on save changes. Now our Windows East instance now our Linux East instance should be able to connect to internet to download any packages. Now install the telnet service. Now you install the telnet service. Trying to telnet to the test account. Here you can see that it is connected now. So this how we need to do the setup for this VPC peering connection. Hope you understand this overall concept. You can instead of if you don't want to do, if you want to close this connection, you type control and close under close parenthesis. There is one bracket is there. You can press that control and close that close bracket and type Q. So in this example, I explained you with the telnet service how we are trying to connect to another East instance or another AWS account. Similarly, you can try to do SSH also, but you need again you need the key to be copied. So all these things you can do it. You can try it yourself. So the peering connection mainly is suppose if customer wants to reach application, want to access application. So in that for that scenario, we will be establishing a peering connection or even site-to-site VPN connection. So that's why we are using this peering connection to connect between the private networks. So after you complete your demo, make sure you clean up all your resources. Make sure you delete all the instances and demo NAT gateway we created, right? Which is on the test account. Make sure you delete the NAT gateway and the elastic IPs associated with them. The NAT gateway which you created, it will have an elastic IP automatically. Go to elastic IP section, delete the NAT gateway also after you done the testing, and go to elastic IP. If there is anything left, say for this is the elastic IP which is associated with the NAT gateway. Make sure once you delete the NAT gateway, no elastic IP should be left unassociated, or if you don't want, make sure you delete all the elastic IPs. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please let me know. Or if you want to know any other comments, please let me as well.